Number 56 is putting up a fight. But also, hello and welcome back to Pokémon Violet, where I'm going through the Indigo Disc DLC and catching this shiny Milcery. There we go. 56. Just 8 more to go. It's a bunch of shiny Milcerys. I've also gotten one other shiny in here since the last stream. Where did my shinies live? My shinies live further than this. There it is. Found a shiny Inkay when wandering around getting some BP. And now I gotta make sure I'm on the right box for my catches today to actually go into. And I also need to make sure I've got the right team. Get these guys out of here because they do not belong with our terrarium catches. Gonna do a quick look around this outbreak to see if I can spot another shiny Milcery, and looks like I cannot. Oh well. Might as well battle this kid before we go see Miss Briar. Kid's text bubble had been bothering me pretty much the entire time that I was looking for Milcerys around here. Seriously, when the camera is so close that it can't even see all 4 Pokemon in the battle, you gotta zoom out a little. This game's trainer battle camera for double battles is just too close. Also, I just remembered that I learned something yesterday. And it's that Metagross got a buff, at least in terms of moveset. Because I currently have Metagross knowing Zen Headbutt. But in this game, it gets access to a better move. If I can find it. Probably should have. Yeah, I definitely should have just gone here, check summary, and then that. Because that at least filters out all the TMs that can't be used. Psychic Fangs, there it is. It's Zen Headbutt, but with less PP, but 5 more power, 10% more accuracy, and instead of flinching, it breaks barriers. Let's get that PP upped. Outlander, for how to get the well-hidden returning Pokemon, my guess would be either the Torch Labyrinth or Chargestone Cave, especially with the knowledge that a month or so ago, Nintendo invited a bunch of Pokemon YouTubers in. Not me. I'm way too small for that. But they invited a bunch of Pokemon YouTubers in for an early access demo of this. And apparently one of the rules they were given for what they are and aren't allowed to talk about from that event was they were not allowed to discuss the caverns. So yeah, my guess would be it's in one of those two caves. You can tell me whether or not I'm right, but don't tell me what it is if it's not in the caves. And don't tell me what the thing is, of course. Apparently this class is about learning a very particular part of the type chart. Here we are, Miss B. Thank you all for coming. I'm pleased to inform you that some very special guests are here to see you today. They left for a tour of the school mere minutes ago, but I believe they'll return soon enough. In the meantime, I'll fill you all in on the situation. Please have a seat. Don't mind if I do. These knees are creaking. Oh, please. You're not old enough for that yet. Ah, Garnet. I'd heard you were busy battling your way up the BB League. But to think you'd make it as far as champion, what a dazzling accomplishment. Yeah, Kieran, that's right. Sorry, Miss Briar, but could we leave all that for another time? What's this thing you wanted to tell us about? My apologies, that was insensitive of me. Let me get straight to today's topic then. I want all of you here to join me in Area Zero. We've got Area Zero music going. On an expedition to the secluded and mysterious Area Zero. Area Zero? That's that place in Paldea you wanted to visit, right? You got permission? My main goals are to investigate the terrestrial phenomenon and to gather samples of the crystals present in the crater. But to be honest, I also have one more ambition for this trip. I'm hoping that we can find Terapagos, the legendary Pokemon slumbering in Area Zero. Terapagos? A legendary Pokemon? A rather exciting idea, isn't it? There you are, Geeta. I was just getting the kids up to speed. I do apologize for my tardiness. Champion Garnet. I certainly didn't expect to run into you here. Ah, of course. You must be participating in the student exchange program. Garnet just got crowned our new BB League champion, too. Your talent is as brilliant as always, I see. Truly a wonderful thing. If you'll be going along, then I suppose that bodes well. Is it all right if I explain the situation to the children, Briar? By all means. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Geeta. I'm the chairwoman of the Pokémon League in Paldea. More than a decade ago, the Pokémon League provided support for research on Area Zero, the great crater at the center of Paldea. Once that research was complete, we shifted our duties to monitoring and managing the area. Area Zero is full of mysteries, and also danger. Generally speaking, the area is off-limits, even for research. That being said, recently we've had to confront the possibility that dangerous Pokémon could escape the area. There's a clear need for further research, and quickly. But at our Pokémon League, we've had trouble finding capable personnel, not to mention time, to study Area Zero. So, You reached out to me, as I've been requesting access to the area for quite some time now. I apologize that we are not better equipped to deal with this ourselves. Blueberry Academy has a wealth of highly skilled trainers with well-trained Pokémon. And with Champion Garnet also on the team, I know I could safely initiate a new expedition. This is entirely voluntary, of course, but it would be very reassuring to have you with us. What do you say? Will you join our little team as we explore Area Zero? Splendid. Well said, Champion Garnet. Well, I think it's already decided that I'm going. Your support will be very useful as always, Carmine. I appreciate having you on board. Sorry, but I'll pass on this one. The League Club's a whole mess right now. We need my steady hand on the wheel here. Sure, you just can't be bothered to travel all the way to Paldea, can you? Guilty. I'm curious what our mighty ex-champion is thinking, though. I'm going. If there's a legendary Pokemon there, I want to find it and catch it. This time, I won't let this chance go. Interesting. Then it's decided. It's too bad that Drayton won't be joining us, but it seems the team will consist of Carmine, Kieran, Garnet, and myself. You have my thanks for your help on this matter. I look forward to the great findings that you will no doubt bring back. I'm grateful for the opportunity, Geeta. Leave it to me. My dream of exploring Area Zero is finally becoming a reality. Now, time to prepare. Let's meet by the bridge at the Academy entrance as soon as we're ready. Outlander, I have to say, Geeta is not a great champion, but I don't know that she's the worst. I'd say that honor goes either to Lance, who... he's not great. Like, yeah, he's got Dragonites, and he's got the kind of interesting story bits in Pokemon Gold and Silver, but, like, he's Lance. He deserves to stay an Elite Four member, not a champion. And, Wallace, who also deserved to stay a gym leader and not a champion. It has been a while, Champion Garnet. Hi, kiddo. Rika is here too, at your service. Not gonna lie, I never dreamed we'd be running into you. I see that you are putting your skills to good use and living up to your title as a Paldea champion, even while abroad. Though I guess if it comes to battle prowess, yes, Geeta is easily the worst champion. Because when your entire team can be destroyed by one of the three starters by itself, yeah, you need to shape up a bit if you want to call yourself a champion. Ha, indeed. I would expect nothing less from a talented trainer such as yourself. Yeah, definitely got talent. Lots of talent. But not enough to get you off the hook. You went into the Great Crater without the League's permission, didn't you? Don't think you're not going to get a scolding for that. What's that got to do with anything? You can't just go breaking rules willy-nilly. Calm down, Rika. No harm came to her after all. And besides, we have good reason to believe that all of Paldea would have been at risk if Champion Garnet here hadn't ventured into Area Zero. Well, yeah, I mean, that's true, but... Fine, I'll let you off the hook this one time. You'd better thank the boss for stepping in. Don't think poorly of Rika. She's just worried for you. Now then, Champion Garnet. This time you'll be heading to Area Zero with official League permission. Only a handful of people know about the incident involving the time machine. However, taking into account the dangers of Area Zero, I have elected to inform Miss Breyer of what happened, obfuscating certain details. Speaking of, boss, didn't you say that you had something to give to that Breyer person? Yes, I did. I'd forgotten about that. Champion Garnet, would you be so kind as to take this for me? Hey, look, I got the DLC. What is that, anyway? A TM or something? It is a disc that was sent by an Area Zero researcher to an investor some time ago. I had my investigation team look into it. It is certainly not a TM, nor is it a mere tool for storing data. I honestly have no idea as to its true purpose, but I assume it has to do with Area Zero. I figured that since you're heading to Area Zero, I might as well ask you to investigate the purpose of this disc while you're there. While she's there, huh? Did you want her to pick up some potato salad on the way back, too? I do ask that you return the disc to me if you end up not finding a use for it. There's still much we do not know about Area Zero. I know you've already been to its depths, but please exercise some caution while dealing with the environment and Pokémon there. As a champion, it falls on you to protect and guide those accompanying you. Wish I could go with you, kiddo, but I've got my own work to do. Do your best down there, but don't push yourself too hard, you hear? Now, please excuse us. So, one thing I'll say up front, I will not catch Terapagos today. Not gonna do it. For a reason. When you catch Terapagos, the Academy Ace Tournament, which is the best money-making method in the game if you have a turbo controller, has all of its Pokemon leveled up from the 60s to the 80s. Which means that this Sylveon right here will not be able to just mash A to print money for me if I catch Terapagos. So I'm going to save that until the next stream on Tuesday so that I can do one more round of having Sylveon just print me money so I can buy a bunch of vitamins without needing to worry about money. And before we go to Area Zero, I want to do a look on camera at Chargestone Cave, because it's neat that Chargestone Cave is here. But I mean, hey, this is a Unovan artificial environment. It stands to reason that they would want to have a Unovan feature like that. I'll also take another look at the labyrinth thing. And we'll get some BP too, because I'm really close to being able to enhance biodiversity. And everyone knows biodiversity is a good thing. Now, are there any swimming Pokemon over here? Nope. What about a you? Need a swimming Pokemon. There's a swimming Pokemon. I pressed the wrong button. I'm not trying to change my look. I don't like the ones that want me to take pictures of Pokemon. Specifically because the pictures get saved into my Switch's album. Oh, hey. Chargestone Cavern's over here, too. Alright, this is the part of Chargestone Cavern where I was farming up Milceries. Because I had an outbreak right here. An outbreak in which I got, like, a bunch of shiny Milceries, including... I, spotted 2 at once. Actually, you know what? We can look at my album for that. I also put it up on Twitter, but... Behold! Here I am, looking for Milceries that are shiny. And would you look at that, there's 2 of them. Two at once. This was a case of... Like, I found one shiny Milcery, and then... seconds later, I found another. I don't know if I actually, pressed the, capture thing in time, though. This might have been the second Milcery. Yeah, this was the second Milcery. I thought of it too late. Yeah, this was a case of... I took that video because I found one shiny Milcery, and then I found another very soon thereafter, and was thinking, oh, hey, maybe that was soon enough that I could still get the video, but it was not, because I had waited too long. But either way, shiny Milceries. There's lots of them. I feel confident enough that if I saw a shiny Elekid next to a regular Elekid, I'd be able to tell. By itself, absolutely not. I would not be able to tell. But next to a regular Elekid, I would. Also, can I just say, the fact that this is Chargestone Cavern, but I can't push these to have them zoop over to this all magnetically, makes me sad. It's like we're not really even here. Unfortunately, Joltik's shiny. Since it's so small, we have to rely on the fact that it's a lighter color, rather than seeing its purple feet. Excuse me? Is that a shiny Minior? That's a shiny Minior! Wait, I need to save. Run? Okay. Because Miniors can explode. I know that from experience. Okay, Minior. Checking all the Miniors with my Metagross has paid off. But anyway, I was talking about shiny Joltiks. They're a lighter color, but they also have little purple feet. We can't see the purple feet from far enough away. And the lighting of the crystals can make any Joltik appear lighter. And yes, Outlander, this is specifically only Shiny Charm increasing the odds of finding this here Minior. Oh boy, the fact that it says it's a shiny Violet core Minior. This is another case, just like the Alchemies, where, while there are not many visually distinct shinies, in fact all 7 of them are identical, the Pokédex and their box icon will still identify which color shiny it is. And the question then is, do I care enough to go searching out... I'm in the wrong box. Do I care enough to eventually go searching out all the other shiny mini-horse? Which box was I in? I was in this box. And haven't caught anything else, so we're fine. There we go. We're in the right box now. I mean, Outlander, Vivian Syndrome, at least Vivians are all visually distinct shinies. On that subject. These are all shiny. All caught in my own Paldea, in my own balls. I've given them all names. Some of them I'm prouder of than others. These are not shiny Vivians. You can see I'm missing exactly one. Because I have yet to get a postcard from Hawaii in Pokemon Go. I have tried looking online and a bunch of places where you can add people who claim to be from Hawaii. And let me tell you, of those people who claim to be from Hawaii, half of them are from specifically Florida, a quarter of them are from England, and a quarter of them are from Germany. I don't know why those three places, but it's always those three places claiming to be Hawaiian. And again, half of them are Florida, which is not Hawaii. Wait, I need to get back on the right box. Oh, is that a rest stop? Didn't expect to see one of those in here. But yeah, I need to get a Hawaiian postcard in my Pokemon Go. It's the only thing keeping me from having every Vivian under my own trainer ID. But yeah, the going after all the colors of shiny Minior would be more a case of alchemy syndrome, where they are in fact not visually distinct beyond a couple forms. There are 7 visually distinct shiny alchemy, or is it 6? I think it's actually 6 visually distinct shiny alchemies. But here I am going for every shiny alchemy, because the box shows it. Or at least the box shows it when you're in a game. In Pokemon Home, it'll actually show just what color they appear to be. It does not care about what other colors it can be. I also check Dynamos with Let's Go because they're small enough that I can't tell at a distance. And it's just as fast to use Let's Go to check them as it is to try and get the camera in close. So it looks like these upper reaches here only exist to really get us a fancy Porygon. If only what? If only, or, oh, if you only. If you only had someone to battle you? Is that how that works? So, Outlander, asking to see dynamically generated palettes based on some kind of hidden internal values for individual Pokemon. Does that mean that you are specifically asking for them to bring back what they had in Pokemon Stadium, where having different nicknames on your Pokemon slightly altered their color palette? Because that was a thing way back then. Now I'm kind of regretting having Earthquaked. But there's a rest area right downstairs. We'll be fine. Gold. Sturdy. Sturdy. Suddenly, fast gold. I like that Joltik in the background. Let's Meteor Mash it, and we'll swap Komodo out for Sinister, yeah. Yeah, Pokemon Emerald is a phenomenal game. I personally would have to put Black 2 and White 2 above it, but not by much. Emerald it's fantastic. Life Orb. Would I put base Black and White above Emerald? They're really lacking in terms of post-game. But as far as the games themselves go, yeah, I think I might put them above it. And to be honest, I kind of want to put Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire above it. Specifically, because of DexNav, which is one of the best features this franchise has ever seen. But, like, Emerald is definitely better than Platinum, and Platinum is pretty decent. Heart Gold and Soul Silver would be a whole heck of a lot better if the games they were adapting were better to begin with. Like, Gold and Silver are good games. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are good games. The problem is the level scaling in Gold and Silver is weird. Like, the levels of wild Pokemon and trainer Pokemon basically hit a brick wall once you get to a certain point in the game. And that's fine. Honestly, it's fine. Like, you don't need to have higher level Pokemon until after the Elite Four. Oh, hey, Metal Alloy. I guess I can evolve a Duraludon now. But the fact that the level scaling is so odd, and also, like, the change of some things between the original release of Gold and Silver and the remakes just makes it not as tightly designed as the originals. Like, the remakes are beautiful games. They've got a lot of quality of life features, a lot of things that just add to the charm. But in terms of gameplay experience, they are somewhat lacking. In terms of Sun and Moon stories, in some ways, I would say Sun and Moon, the original game's stories, are better. And in some ways, I would say Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are better. It's... Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are better as you're going through the games, and better in post-game, in terms of story. But when it comes to the climax of the story itself, they are worse. It's interesting how they managed to pull that. And if you value the battle experience, then it's hard to recommend Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon enough. Those games are actually really good. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they actually try to give you a challenge, which is very appreciated. Like, some of the Titan Pokemon are designed to be challenging. And I like that. On that subject, Black 2 and White 2 are also great for including a hard mode, even if its unlock, or how to activate it, is entirely stupid. Is to unlock hard mode in Pokemon Black 2 or White 2. You need to have someone who played and beat the champion in Pokemon Black 2 in order to unlock the key to hard mode, which can then be transferred to another game to activate hard mode in that game. So, if you want to play it in hard mode, Black 2 or White 2, you need to know someone who already beat Black 2. Which is really stupid. But the fact that the hard mode exists and is actually good, that I appreciate. Sash? Focus Sash. Well, time for every Focus Sash user's worst nightmare. Extreme speed. At least every non-normal type. Or, sorry, every non-ghost type's worst nightmare. Supercell Slam. What is Supercell Slam? So it's high jump kick, but electric. That's pretty strong. And hey, it's a new physical electric move. We need more of those. Whoops, tripped over a Joltik. And apparently this Joltik's not going to let us go without a fight. I do love how Joltiks bounce around like that. see if I can find my way back out of here. Was that magnet pull? I wasn't paying attention. I just saw that I couldn't get away. Outlander, the goal right now is looking around Chargestone Cave because it's a neat place. But also trying to find my way back out. And if I happen to find a shiny, I'm not going to complain. I mean, I already found one. I can't help but feel like I shouldn't be here between these two. Come on, Metagross, you can do it. There you go. Yeah, surely there must be a way out. And yeah, I could just fast travel out, but what's the point of having a big cave that you can get lost in if you don't try and find your own way out, huh? Like, that was actually something I kind of missed in the base games, or base Scarlet and Violet. Because I kind of wanted there to be an actual dungeon. Look at me right on using a ladder like a person. Because most Pokemon games, that's what they used caves and forests for. They were dungeons. Traditional RPG dungeons. You go through them. There's nowhere to refresh your team. It's... you gotta make it through as you are. But then... Scarlet and Violet didn't have that. The closest thing to a dungeon we had was just the overworld itself, which, yeah, there was a lot more to it than other Pokemon games, but it wasn't a dungeon. I guess Area Zero could count as a dungeon. Kinda. So then it had those rest stations. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet didn't have the traditional dungeons that you would see in most RPGs. The forests, the caves. None of that. I was kind of missing it. But now here in this DLC, we got this big cave. I like that. I feel like this outdoor classroom should have a Healy spot, though. Yeah, the Dolly Zappa passage in Scarlet and Violet kind of fit the bill, kind of. But it was just one, and it was very linear. Not completely linear, but very linear. And it had a Pokemon Center right in the middle of it. Alright, so now let's check out this Torchlit Labyrinth. I've been through here on stream once before. I don't like when the game stutters like that. So we're saving just to make sure I don't lose that shiny Minior. I've been through here once on stream, but I didn't really stick around very much, did I? No, I didn't give this place a thorough explore. So, with this being a labyrinth... Oh, I was gonna say, let's hug the left wall, because if you hug one wall in a labyrinth, you'll always be able to reach the exit. But, when that wall leads you to a hole in the floor where you can't come back, it changes the strategy a little. Wonder where this is gonna lead. Well, of course it leads out. Is there something special about being up here? That's just a Bruxish. I was hoping there'd at least be special Pokemon in this water source. This is the same stuff that we find below the waterfall. Mass outbreak of wild Minior up here, though. At least that's something. Though they'd all be the same color, wouldn't they? Might as well complete 2 of our BBQs in one go here. We will never know what color it was. Ooh, I don't have an Electivire. That saves an Electorizer and a trade. Okay, it's Ghost type. I mean, hey, why not? Yeah, let's just do this. It doesn't have a held item, but this is only 5-star. We'll be fine. And this is the mightiest type, or the mightiest Hisuian Typhlosion. I don't like seeing that belly bolt on our side. Ooh, that is not as effective as I would have liked to see. Okay, as long as the belly bolt doesn't, like, give this guy some motor drive boosts, we'll be fine, I'm sure. What does Infernal Parade do again? Ah, double damage if they have a condition and also convert. Okay, now at least we're doing respectable damage. Of course, now its burn is gone. Let's Will-O-Wisp it while we can. And since I have no way of healing, I'm not going to bother terastallizing until it gets its shield up. Even when its shield is up, terastallizing isn't really going to do too much for me, is it? Also, dang it got rid of its burn again. Oh, hey, the burn's back. What's the burn rate on Infernal Parade? I'm guessing it's going to be 30%, but I don't know. And I need to heal up. Umbreon got frozen. There we go. that is 1 Electorizer and 1 trade saved. And now let's duck back into this labyrinth. And continue hugging the left wall. You're in the Torchlit Labyrinth. Yes, I am an opponent. Well, let's Meteor Mash the Squid and Aura Sphere the Goose. Well, I suppose that's going to put a thorn in our Aura Sphering. So we're a Toxic Orb Facade. Shame Zangoose doesn't have that durability thing going on. Alright, Komodo doesn't like sticking around when there are fairies on the field. And Metagross could use a little more health, so... Sinistcha it is. I am loving the hospitality ability in double battles. It's so nice. And now to continue hugging the left wall. You got a little watery bit. I've been here before. Yeah, the whole hug the left wall thing works a whole lot better when the labyrinth is two-dimensional. We've managed to work our way back to where we started before finding the exit because I've been going up and down. Oh. Check that mini-orb. Check that mini-orb. I know that's not a shiny and it's just the lighting, but... Hey, look, it's an exit. I think this might be where I initially came into this labyrinth the first time. Might be. Not certain. But I think there's still at least one other exit to find. Sure enough, there is. And I think this one, actually, is where I came into the labyrinth the first time. Yeah, because I remember coming in from the south-ish. Yeah, this has to be it. Okay. I'm going to call that labyrinth explored. We might have missed a path or two, but I am going to call it explored. So we're going to fly a very short distance to that rest stop that I can actually see. At least it's also a short load. And then I guess we go to Area 0. Wait, before we go to Area 0, I have 3,000 BP. And I guess we go to the entrance and not to Area 0. So there's that too. Wait, this wasn't what I wanted. I wanted the club room. Where do I want to boost biodiversity? I feel like the canyon is where I still need to do the most exploring. So... Wild Litten. Okay, so I guess this is how we get the other starters, huh? Why can't I fly out of the club room? The question then is, where in the canyon do we find... Right here! Oh, and Turtwigs. Do I intend to breed for shiny Turtwigs? No, absolutely not. And actually, since we can find them in the wild, there's no point in acting as if I'm going to breed them, so yeah, why am I using Lux Balls? No, we just throw balls. Be nice if we could also get, like, shiny Fuecoco and... or regular, wild Fuecoco. And, the other two. Quaxley and... I know the cat's Japanese name off the top of my head. It's Nyauha. Why am I spacing on its English name? Sprigatito. That's why. Because its English name is Spanish. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could find those in the wild so we could finally get them Luxballed. This Litten was just waiting its turn. Sorry, I already got my Litten. I don't need another one. I don't need a Scyther! Well, if you're not gonna let me leave... Ooh, I actually need a Vileplume. And it's only 4-star, so... Metagross can just Ice Punch this thing. Saves me a Stone Evo. So it occurs to me I maybe should have brought something with safety goggles, because there's no doubt in my mind that this thing is going to be using, like, sleep powder or stun spore. Or I guess Moonblast. So it's got Sunny Day, Growth, Moonblast, and some other thing. Hey, Curbster. And Petal Dance. So it had no reason at all to use Sunny Day. Alright, let's see what this cave is all about. It is all about exactly one item. Okay. So, every generation's starters are going to be available in this DLC. We have found one fire starter and one grass starter. I assume we can find a water starter down here. And sure enough, there's a Squirtle. But I also assume that there has to be, or at least there's likely to be, 2 generations of starters in each of the 4 biomes, right? Because there's 8 generations of starter that they have to get through. And there's 4 biomes. But then again, maybe one of the biomes just gets way more than the rest because of reasons. And I have a feeling the current slowness is just related to us being on the water, and water makes this game run slow. But there's also the fact that there's almost certainly a memory leak in this DLC somewhere. Because when I went around Paldea looking for the new clothing items that we had unlocked with the Indigo paths, between streams, I made it through Levincia and Mesa Goza just fine, but then when I flew to Cascarafa, oh boy. The load screen took about a minute. And then when I finally loaded into Cascarafa, my game was running at single-digit frame rates. And then when I actually tried to go into a store, it just locked up. So yeah, regular saves are a thing. And also, there's probably a memory leak somewhere that caused all that. Which means that regular saves need to be a thing. Another Squirtle. I need to hydrate. Aha! Wow, in this lighting, this Metagross almost looks like a shiny. So clearly this pig is all about injuring itself. Which means it should really just stay in the ball if it knows what's good for it. I don't know if the Dusk Ball toggles to being effective if night falls during the battle. Yeah, Curbster, I heard about that, but I would appreciate not getting spoiled on it for now. Might as well try Dusk Balls. Worst case, we're still just waiting for a crit capture. Though the fact that they're willing to give mythicals out via in-game means these days is actually kind of nice. At least compared to having mythical Pokemon being exclusive to events and you just had to be there to get them. Giving in-game methods to obtain mythical Pokemon, I appreciate it. Like getting Deoxys just as part of the story in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Sure, Mew, Shaman, Darkrai, and Jirachi are tied to having saves from other games, but those are available in modern games. Arceus being, you know, just in Pokemon Legends Arceus for some reason. Who could know why, really, but it's there. Manaphy in Pokemon Legends Arceus. That's another mythical that's just available through gameplay. I appreciate that they're doing this. So as far as... Wow, this, well, I guess this Rhydon would be stranded if they couldn't learn Surf. So we still need to find another Grass-type starter and another Water-type starter in this biome. We've already got Squirtle. So, as far as mythicals that we can't encounter just in games, let's see, there's Mew we can encounter. Celebi we were able to encounter in specifically Pokemon Crystal on the Virtual Console, but I don't believe Celebi has been catchable just in-game in any other game than that. But they've still done it once. Jirachi we could get via having a save from other games in BDSP. Deoxys we got in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Darkrai we got for having saves from other games in Pokemon Legends, I think. Or was that a DL event? I think it was just for having a BDSP save, right? Shaman we got for having a save from some game in PLA. Arceus we got just for buying PLA because for some reason they chose to put Arceus in Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's weird, but they did it. Gen 5. We need Meloetta, we need Genesect. We need Victini. So, Pokemon Legends Kyurem when, huh? Give us Pokemon Legends Kyurem. We'll get all of them. Were there any other mythicals in Gen 5? I feel like there might have been one more. Keldeo. Didn't we just get a Keldeo in Crown Tundra? I think we did. Wait, I need to not change biomes. And then Gen 6. We need Volcanion. We need, what even are the mythicals in Gen 6? Is Magearna Gen 6? I think Magearna was Gen 6. Technically not available in games, but you can get a Magearna by completing the Pokédex in Pokemon Home. So I think that requires you to also have a Magearna already. So we'll need Magearna, we'll need Volcanion. Who else was there? They make so many mythicals for each generation these days. It's hard to remember all of them. Magearna's Gen 7. Are you sure? I know it, like, had a thing in the Alola games, but I could have sworn that Magearna itself was Gen 6. Like one of those Pokemon where it gets something special going for... Oh, right, I'm thinking Diancie, who is basically Magearna but not metal. Like, aesthetically, they're basically the same Pokemon. Chespin! What are you doing in here? Have they made any post-Gen 4 mythicals just available through gameplay yet? I don't think so, because that would make them less mythical, and Gen 5 actually isn't that recent, is it? Okay, so now we're just looking for one more water-type starter. But we also want to not be in a different biome, which we have just crossed a biome boundary. Maybe up in this pond. Or this pond. As long as Magearna was not available in a Gen 6 game, I'm willing to accept that it was a Gen 7 Pokemon. But if it could be gotten in a Gen 6 game, any Gen 6 game, then it's a Gen 6 Pokemon. It's not shiny, is it? Pretty sure Lomomola doesn't just become different when shiny, but might as well check. Indeed, not shiny. feel like this Heart Lake would be a great place for there to be another starter, but it seems my feelings don't matter to the Pokemon Company. Okay. Earliest it was obtainable is in Sun and Moon, then I am willing to accept. It is in fact Gen 7, and yeah, I was confusing it with Diancie. Who, again, is basically the same Pokemon, just not metal. So I'm guessing that the starter that we haven't found for this biome has to be in a body of water that doesn't have Squirtles. Unless it's not the case that they do 2 starters of each type per biome, which is my current assumption, that they do 2 starters of each type. Because clearly they don't do 2 starters of each generation. Or they don't do all the starters of any given generation in one biome, because we've gotten a mixture of generations starters in this biome. So yeah. I assume that there must be another water starter somewhere in the waters. It could be that it's not in the waters. Could be somewhere I don't expect, like how Chespin was nowhere near plants. Let's see, what starters could be? Actually, you know what? I can potentially get myself a hint. Because if we go to where the starters live, Primarina is 100%, or Popplio is 100% going to be in the coastal biome. Guaranteed. Let's see. Does Froakie live in this biome? No, it does not. It's coastal biome, okay. Oshawott might be this biome. Does Piplup live in this biome? No, of course, it's gonna be the cold biome. It's a penguin. So Squirtle is here. And since Primarina is 100% going to be different biome, I could read my Inteleon and find out, and my Samurott, and find out if this biome will have either of those, but wouldn't Samurott also be coastal? Or maybe they'll put, or Oshawott. Maybe they'll put Oshawott in the icy biome, because Alaska does have a heck of a lot of sea otters, I'll tell you that. Too many, in fact. So many that they are competing with each other for food, and many of them starve, which is actually kind of sad to think about, but such is life. Glacier Bay National Park has an overpopulation of sea otters. I haven't even seen a Squirtle in a while. Which means I should probably keep on looking around here. Until I... Okay, there's a Squirtle. So yeah, I assume Squirtle and whatever else is going to be here will not be in the same exact locations. The problem, though, is that we've also seen Squirtle in the little, like, mud puddles. Like these. Which means I don't know where else to look for other starter. Maybe Chargestone Cave does have it, and I just need to find water in that cave. Is there water in Chargestone Cavern? Just Turtwig. That's not water. Oops, got a little too close. But now we know this thing's not shiny, so don't care. Let's see if there's water in Chargestone Cavern. I don't recall there having been water in here anywhere, but we can look. There's another chest bin. That's nothing to do with water. Is that? That's not a shiny, it's just the lighting is really messing with it. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the lighting just breaks in this cavern, and it starts being lit like we're outdoors instead of indoors, which makes the light from these crystals way harsher. Oh, that wasn't an item on the ground, it was a Joltik. I thought it was one of the little sparklies, but no. It was Bug. Whoops. Literally just ran over that Elekid. Oh, yeah. Yeah, finding a shiny love disc in the Indigo disc does seem poetic, shall we say. Feels like they're trying to put words in your mouth, though. Oops. The question is, do you love disc? I'm pretty sure there's no water in Chargestone Cavern. Which means that if there is another water starter in this biome, it is going to live in places where Squirtles live. Which is kind of bothersome. Because it means either it lives in the exact same places, or I just don't know where to look. Or maybe it's Sobble and they just took the whole it turns invisible in water to heart. That would suck. I sincerely do not believe that Horsey should be able to be found in these puddles. It occurs to me. No. I'm just gonna say, oh, if we just make a water sandwich, we'll be able to find water types easy, but that's only for slots where water types can spawn. We'd still be getting all this other junk spawning in not water spots. Well, whatever other starter is in this biome, I'm done trying to look for it. And let's toss a save just to make sure that we've got a save. Are you ready to travel to Area Zero, Garnet? Splendid. We're finally ready to set off, then. Are you two feeling all right? Well enough to travel at least? Well, I'm fine anyway. Yeah, me too. I've had time to calm down. Oh, well, that's good. I'm fine. I know what I have to do now. I'll find this legendary Pokemon in Area Zero, no matter what it takes. That's the spirit, Kieran. Alright then, shall we? So, in order to get down here the first time, I had to ride my Miraidon with my friends. How did we get down here this time? Did we all hop on my Miraidon again? Or did we take some other means of getting here? We made it. I'm finally here. Area Zero, the place I've dreamed about for years. Whoa, this is incredible. Wowzers. So you've been here before, right, Garnet? Yeah, with my buddies. Buddies, huh? Implying that we did not ride Miraidon to get down in here. Which then begs the question, how did we get down in here? We certainly didn't fly the plane in here. Screeching sound. You scared me. Honestly, you're too big to come popping out like that, or whatchamadon. So you came here with Garnet back then too, huh? Oh, you must be that Pokemon that was reportedly first discovered in Area Zero. I'm very intrigued by this specimen, but alas, that's not what we're here for. We're here to go to the deepest depths of Area Zero. And see what's even deeper. Heath mentioned in his writings that he fell from the depths to someplace even deeper. Wait, hold on. Doesn't the depths imply he was as deep as he could get? Yes, it's quite curious, isn't it? However, Heath also wrote that he was utterly unable to recall how he got down there. If his writings are to be believed, there must be an entire uncharted space below Area Zero. Well, either way, we should start by making for the Zero Lab down in the depths. You take the lead, Garnet. Okay, down to the depths we go. By the way, I still love the music here. Interesting that it gets quiet when we're high in the air above the center. Hey, look, it's where I caught my other Miraidon. Alright, folks. 1-0 lab. Whoa, this place is insane. It reminds me of the Crystal Pool. This is the Zero Lab, I take it? The structure's exterior matches Gita's description, at least. So this is the deepest point in Area Zero? Apparently not. Well, yes and no. This is the deepest point that the Area Zero expedition managed to reach long ago. You know, I've been told that the lowest level of this laboratory contains a mysterious room whose purpose is entirely unknown. However, where I want to go is even deeper than that. So, you're saying we should head inside this Zero Lab? Gate's closed, though. Huh? Oh, you're right. What do we do now, Garnet? You've been here before, right? Wowzers, this feels like a spy movie or something. Way cool. What? I didn't say anything. Yeah, kid, just be yourself. Well then, can we count on you to unlock the gate, Garnet? Excuse me? What's the matter? Something wrong with it? It opened before, though, right? Is there some extra step we're missing? I see. So last time you went through a series of steps to unlock the gate. And the professor was also there to guide you from the inside. Indigo disc detected? Indigo disc detected again? Huh? It's talking? Insert Indigo disc for greater access privileges. You got it. Here you go. Relax. It's just one of those computerized voices. It's not any different than a TM machine. Indigo disc. What could it mean by that? Oh, it's this disc that I've got. It's indigo in color, and it's a disc. Oh, Gita gave you a mysterious item before we departed, did she? You think that's it? Ooh, how fun. Go on, Garnet, do it. You have my permission. Okay, here you go. Zero Lab elevator redirected to Area Zero underdepths. But I thought the Zero Lab was the deepest place the Area Zero expedition got. Were we lied to? Man, that would have looked a whole lot cooler if it animated at full frame rate when it's the only thing moving on screen. But no, because it's far enough away from camera, it was animating at like 10 FPS. Look at that, it opened. Let's head on in. It's way too dark in here. I just smacked my head on something. That's because you're just running around without any idea where you're going. Wow, Kiki. Sounds like someone's finally breaking out of their funk, hmm? Shut it. Where's Miss Breyer, anyway? She's busy rummaging through like a whole stack of documents over there. Aren't those someone's private photos and stuff? We probably shouldn't be looking at all that. Huh, you're awful considerate all of a sudden. Miss Breyer, look, an elevator. Maybe it can take us further down? You want it to go down, right? Down, you say? Oh my, did you use this elevator last time to reach the mysterious room I mentioned earlier? How exciting. Well, we've no time to waste. Let's go down. Okay, but we're skipping the mysterious room. I hope you're cool with that. The mysterious room where nothing happened at all. Definitely no climactic battles to save the world or nothing. And before you ask, there were no time machines in there, okay? Oh, wonderful. This elevator just keeps going further and further down. That's what elevators do. You know, it's moving pretty fast, actually. It almost feels like I'm floating. Hey, everyone. That panel we used to unlock the gate. Didn't it say something about where the elevator goes? Yes, the underdepths. Now that you mention it, yeah, something about an elevator being redirected, right? As far as I know, there is only one elevator inside the Zero Lab. So the panel must have been referring to the elevator we're currently inside. So where exactly is this thing taking us? Oh, ho, ho. Where indeed? Oh my. Oh my goodness. So what? Are we under Area Zero or something? Yes, according to my data, our current position is far deeper than where we last were. Could the elevator have taken us even further down than its previous destination? What's with those gestures? Like, you're going, okay, yeah, us down, woo! Man, Area Zero was already a lot to take in. I don't think anything's going to surprise me at this point, no matter what we run into. Hey. What's all this stuff? Oh! What are desks doing down here? Oh my, this is a report written by the esteemed Professor Turo. A massive cavern exists beneath Area Zero, and there slumbers Terapagos, the hidden treasure of Area Zero. Its body has become crystal, protecting it from hostile outsiders. It appears that rousing it will take some time. In this cavern, I have witnessed the terrestrial phenomenon occurring in a way I've never seen above ground. Terrestrialization that appears to hold the power of every known type. I have dubbed this type the Stellar type for now. Could Terapagos' influence be at play? Terapagos is the hidden treasure of Area Zero? And is slumbering in the form of a crystal? What's this about a Stellar Terra type? Brilliant, absolutely marvelous. To think there was so much that Heath didn't write about. These documents are a veritable treasure trove, and we've only just begun our expedition. I don't know how she can get so excited in a bizarre place like this. The legendary Pokemon Terapagos. That's the hidden treasure of Area Zero. Come on, let's hurry up and go further in. I still haven't gotten my fill of these documents, but okay, let's go. It would be best to discover the truth with our own eyes, after all. Let's keep moving. Stay on guard, everyone. Okay, so surely we're going to find things like, iron leaves or whatever in here, right? Are there going to be any wild Pokemon at all? What is this? It's like a crystal trying to be a flower. It's completely blocked up the path. Yeah, we're not going any further with this in the way. Hey, what about Whatchamadon, that Pokemon you ride on? Couldn't it smash through? Hold on. Please hold on. This is quite likely a manifestation of pure terrestrial energy. We have no idea what might happen if we tried to destroy it with brute force. Okay, so what do we do then? There are Pokemon all the way down here? And what's going on with this one? It seems to be charged with some kind of strange energy. Hey, get back! You know you're no good in a battle, Miss Briar. Kiki, no, Garnet, you should handle this. So what, are you going to be that stellar Terra type? So what does that even do for you? Surely it doesn't give you every type defensively. What on earth is that energy? It couldn't be. Okay, yeah, we've still got a bunch of stuff super effective against it that should be effective against a standard Glamora, so it definitely is not every type defensively. Wow, what a genius. Uses Sludge Wave against a Metagross. Good work, Garnet. Ah, so it was a load-bearing Glamora. I see. Whoa, it disappeared. Did knocking out that sparkling Pokemon make the crystal flower disappear? It's just like in that report we found earlier. What we just witnessed was a Pokemon wielding the powers of each and every type. That means it must have had the Stellar Terra type. So what's that all mean? Wait, was that supposed to be the so-called hidden treasure we're looking for? No, that was a Glamora. I can't say for certain, but no, I don't think so. The professor's notes said the hidden treasure of Area Zero is slumbering in crystal form. The Glamora you just fought off doesn't fully fit that description, so I don't think it's the Pokemon the professor called Terapagos. Well, the only way to know if it was the hidden treasure or not is to keep going. Come on. Stellar Terra shards, huh? And something tells me if I hop down there, we won't get anything fancy for it. Gonna be saving semi-regularly here. Because again, I do not wish to catch Terapagos today. And if I get forced into battle with it, I want to have a save to fall back on so that I can leave battle with it. Okay, so there they are, blocked by another one of them crystal flowers that isn't completely blocking the path, so really you should just be able to climb over that, but I bet they want me to find and defeat the Terra Pokemon here to open the path. Or I can just get myself stuck in the terrain. That's also an option. It's a good thing. Okay, we've successfully escaped. Good. I was about to say it's a good thing I made that save, huh? But we've escaped. So we got a Noivern now. Oh yeah, it's possible that I just can't leave this area to begin with, huh? I choose to believe that I can. And since Noivern is going to be no different defensively than before, an Ice Punch will do things to it. So it got a boost on Boom Burst there, so does Stellar Terra type just boost every type? I almost feel bad for this Noivern. Part of me feels like I should catch, or at least try to catch one of these Stellar Terra type Mons just to have a Stellar Terra type Mon. But also, I don't really care that much. Because, I mean, I do try my best not to terrastalize in the first place. Good job, Garnet! The crystal thing is gone now! Thanks, Glamora? Well, now we know what happens if we go down there. The Pokemon's called Miraidon, right? Boy, it can really jump. We're on a roll. Let's keep moving. Oh, look, another one. Time to go find another thing. Need another load-bearing Terra Pokemon. There it is. Oh. Well, if it's an Iron Thorns... I like Iron Thorns enough to consider catching this one. Shame I can't get a back attack on it. thought Iron Thorns was grass electric. But I guess it's not. For Earthquake to be effective when... Oh, I can't throw balls, so we're not allowed to catch it. There goes that idea. Hey, Garnet, the path opened up. Rock electric, that's right. And that explains why Ice Punch wasn't good. And that's something that I do not like about the future Paradox Pokemon. Unless there's a reason for it to be otherwise, like Sudowoodo. Like a specific, acceptable reason. I don't like when you can't tell what type of Pokemon is by looking at it. Like Nihilego. That thing is the worst example of a Pokemon that I cannot tell what type it is by looking at it. I know it's Rock Electric, right? It's Rock Electric? Or is it Rock Poison? Right, it's Rock Poison, isn't it? Either way, I mean, you can tell right now. Nihilego, I do not know what type that thing is, and I don't like it. Sorry we have you doing all the work. We really appreciate it, Garnet. Now then, it appears the terrestrial energy around us is growing more dense the farther down we go. Come, we've no time to lose. Okay, yeah, Rock Poison. Because, yeah, it's got those toxins that it used on Lucamine, so that's where the poison comes from. Rock type, though, where the heck does that come from? Look at it. Yeah, I gotta say, I was really hoping we'd have some kind of Journey to the Center of the World vibe going on here. And we'd be coming out into a big open space that's mysteriously well lit and green. And that had new Paradox Pokemon for us to catch. I was just running into that Carbink because it didn't look like a regular one. I know it looks nothing like a shiny one, because those have the bright cyan scarf thing. But, like, this lighting makes it not look like a regular Carbink. I was thinking maybe it's a Paldean Carbink, because Paldea didn't have Carbink before this patch. They were in Kitakami. Is that a... Oh, it's a Garganackle. I was thinking it might be a Sandy Shocks until I saw the very angular nature of those shoulders. Also, nifty tree there. Yeah, clearly the answer so far, at least if you're playing in Violet, going through here, is just bring a Pokemon that knows Earthquake. Though hey, Meteor Mash is fun too. Okay, Kiki, your turn to call over Garnet. Well, maybe she'd rather have you do it. Wait, you're blabbering, just do it! But I would rather have her do it, though. Hey, the path opened up. We can keep going. Paradox Pokemon are interesting, and it would be kind of interesting if they continued doing that. Though I think it would also be fun if at some point they gave us a game where the whole game takes place in one of the Ultra Beast's dimensions. And they just went wild with designs, giving us a whole standard Pokédex full of alternate dimension Pokemon. Like, yeah, it would kind of suck trying to figure out what's what type, but letting them go wild with designs and having an excuse to do so would be pretty neat, I think. Well, Kiki, isn't there something you wanted to say to Garnet? No, not really. Just feels like we're all relying a bit too much on her is all. We should keep going. God, he's so stubborn. Ha ha, you two are simply dazzling as always. Just so you know, we're also fending off wild Pokemon while you were away. We were also. So me and my team are just about spent. Sinistra's all I've got left, so if something happens, you better save me. Did you not bring revives? I've got plenty. You want me to share? Right, I was supposed to be saving regularly. My Terra Orb, I think it's reacting to something? Huh, you're right. Mine is too. I'm picking up a truly astounding level of terrestrial energy. It seems to be coming from in there. Are we finally at the finish line? The hidden treasure. Hey, where do you think you're going? Ooh, I can't wait another second. The truth behind the Violet Book is so close now. What? Not you too? Those two sometimes, I swear. Well, if that is indeed where things happen, let's see if we're allowed to fly out. Okay, we're allowed to fly out, which means I'm going to save what's further in there for a different stream on Tuesday. As much as I want to keep going, we're going to leave Carmine there with just a Sinistra and hope that she can manage for a couple days by herself. Honestly, it feels like I'm doing something kind of rude here. But hey, it lets me. Let's go back to searching for an additional water starter here. We searched all the places that were obviously watery. But we have not searched up on these mountains. Kind of weird having there be no Pokemon at all on this landing. Okay, so I'm not surprised, but we haven't found any water types around here. Well, there's our confirmation that we can, in fact, find multiple starters in basically the same place. Litten and Tepig can both spawn in the same area. Which is good to know. Means that I can just go back to searching the Squirtle ponds and hope that we find not a Squirtle. You know, I feel like someone needs to tell Game Freak that the reason nobody used Future Sight was not that it wasn't a TM yet. It's just a really weird move to add as a TM in this DLC. Oh, that's quite the weather we're having, I guess. Don't tell me that there's a Thundurus around. Yeah, farming lots of BP does in fact seem important. Ooh, wild Pokemon that are swimming. We can see some of those. Shame I can't take a photo while on my own Pokemon. we go, BP. Take a photo of a wild Pokemon in the canyon biome. There. Terrastalize and win a battle? Can do. Yeah, getting BP in multi, because everyone's got their own tasks and everyone gets BP when they complete a task. Definitely much faster for farming BP. Still, when it's simple things like this, I don't mind doing it. Take a photo of a Pokemon in flight. I don't see no flying Pokemon around here, so oh well. Interestingly enough, though, anything that hovers above the ground counts as in flight. So most of my Pokemon in flight that I've taken photos of have been Milcery. Well, looks like the Thundurus has cleared out, if that's what it was. Can I stop finding Squirtles and start finding other thing? You know what? Maybe the mud puddles are where I need to go, and it's Mudkip. Then again, there's better mud puddles in the Savannah biome. So maybe Mudkip would be over there. I doubt we'll be able to run from this, so just Ice Punch it. And maybe I'd be better off thinking of what the possible options could be for water starters in places. So we've already seen Mudkip. Or not Mudkip. We've seen Squirtle, not Mudkip. Squirtle. We've seen Squirtle. We know that the coast has got one of them. Coast has probably got Poplio. And let's actually just take a look at the decks. So who is unaccounted for? Piplup's in Cold Land. Froakie is on the coast with probably Poplio. Though maybe Poplio would be in Cold Place as well. Inteleon, or Sobble is somewhere. Oshawott is somewhere. So we're missing Mudkip. We're missing Totodile. We've got Gen 4 accounted for. Gen 5 we're missing. I wonder, can we see a habitat for Samurott? No. Gen 6 we have accounted for. Gen 7 we don't know, but we've got a guess. And Gen 8 we don't know. So it's either going to be Sobble or Mudkip here, I'm almost certain. Almost. Can't be 100% certain. But I'm almost certain. It would make sense for it to be one of those two. And they both seem more likely to spawn in puddles than in rivers. So let's look for a water encounter power sandwich. Like, it's not gonna be the best thing in the world. It's not gonna add water spawns to places where there wouldn't be any. But it can at least increase our encounter rate for water types. Okay, we found water 1. Can we get water 2 somewhere? If we can get water 2 without using an herba, that's what I want. I really wish that we could sort our sandwiches or search for specific powers. There's another water 1. It's looking like water 1 might be what we just have to go with. Yep. Water 1's the best we can do. Did I already go past it? No, I did not. Oops. Probably won't matter much. Show me that water encounter power. Nope. It did in fact matter that I missed that one ingredient. So let's find that first water encounter power. There it is. Isn't this like almost exactly the sandwich I made for Crispin's trial? The difference is we're using herbed sausage instead of chorizo. And now to hold all the ingredients together, a pick nowhere near them. But we needed a sweet sandwich. But again, the sandwich will not create water-type Pokemon where there were none. It'll just make them more likely to spawn in places where they can. But the thing is, like, this river was only ever going to have water types in it to begin with. Our sandwich changes nothing if we're near the river. What it will change is if we're near these puddles, I hope. But again, it won't get rid of the other spawns, which means everything that spawns around and not in the puddles is just not at all affected by the sandwich. There's a Squirtle. Yeah, things just don't want to spawn in these puddles, do they? I apologize if anything messes up in chat. I've got a cat standing on my laptop that I use to monitor things. Okay, good. Looks like she didn't just ban anyone or anything like that. Finding Squirtles. There's got to be something else. It has to be. You know what? If I hadn't been derelict in my breeding, I would have known by now where Oshawott and Sobble could be found. So I'm just going to check online. And Sobble is the savanna biome. Which means Mudkip. Mudkip has to be in this biome. Maybe. Mudkip or Totodile? I would bet on Mudkip, though. Actually, would I? Nah, Mudkip's gotta be, like, over here in the actual mud. So, Totodile. Totodile is who we are probably looking for. And I could easily imagine Totodile hanging out in or near a river. Even if that river is full of ocean Pokémon. Must be a saltwater river. Oh. So we're looking for Trico. Here I was thinking that there would be just 2 starters of each type per biome, but I guess that's not the case. So we're looking for Trico then, which means I want a grass encounter sandwich. Though having a water encounter sandwich won't hurt anything if we're not near water. So up here is probably where we'd be most likely to find Trico. Unfortunately, it's between two rivers, so maybe I should get rid of our grass or our water encounter power, rather. Oh, there it is. All right, well, that's all of the starters here found. So I guess, given the time and the fact that my cat keeps on coming back and standing on that keyboard all over again, I should probably call this a stream and go feed the cats and then come back on Tuesday to go find Terapagos, huh? I really wish this bridge had any sway to it whatsoever, instead of just being completely solid like this. Like, yeah, they play a windy sound effect, but the bridge is completely solid. But yeah, gonna go ahead and call this a stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I will be back on Tuesday, where I will not open the stream up with catching yet another shiny Milcery, because I'll be done by then, because I only have 8 more to go. And yeah, we'll catch Terapagos on Tuesday. See you then, friends.